Whoa, I cannot believe they said that.
Hey, let's give them some more airtime.
Huh?
Rizzo and Jeff on Radio 95.1.
It's been 1 week since you looked at me. Cocked your head to the side and said I'm angry. 5 days since you laughed at me, saying get that together, come back and see me.
It's Rizzo and Jeff, Radio 95.1, and it has been several years since Paws went to the movies. I'm just going to throw it out there. You know, I was worried because, you know, a lot of people worry when Pa ventures by himself. You went home to see your fam.
I do.
And,
I know that.
And the Pa was home alone.
I do know that. And
I didn't post it on social because I knew people would worry.
Yeah, I had a family situation, had to run home, and, you know, I have to think to myself, will this be the last time that I see Pa, okay, before I leave the house? Is this the final days of Rizzo before I leave, the hours they took away? And, you know, I'll check in to text as the weekend goes on, and sometimes it's hours before I hear back, and, you know, the level of concern, as you can hear in my voice, is just, it's a 10 or over, you know?
You know, it's
high alert.
High alert,
Yeah.
Absolutely. But, you know, I did a few things this weekend. First, I went over, I saw my friend, Randy.
Yeah.
Got myself a custard.
Okay.
But I said, you know what?
You have a gift certificate? Or?
No, no gift certificate.
Made you pay?
I made my purchase.
Oh, okay.
Made my purchase. Although I will say that I have asked for the black raz. They haven't had it when I went in. And, you know, they tell me it's whatever Randy feels. But you know what? Randy's not feeling the black raz.
No?
And I'm upset about it.
Okay. Randy's busy.
I love him.
Maybe he's, I don't know, vacation in like South America or
That's
something.
it.
Okay.
Yeah, he's down there, Colombia or something.
Right.
Okay. So then I said, okay, after I go get my Abbott's, what am I going to do? Well, you know what? I honky-tonked my way on over to the theaters, went and saw Flick.
Oh, yeah, look at you.
Right.
God, this sounds depressing.
Well, you know what? Ice cream and a flick.
Uh-huh.
So I decided, you know what? Go see Top Gun, see how it is. Now, I haven't been in a movie theater except for the Betty White movie, which was released.
I remember you went and saw that with your mom in St. Augustine.
Yeah, I did. So with the exception of the Betty White movie, honestly, I haven't really been to a movie since before the pandemic. That's absolutely true. I go in, and do you remember, so if I were to say, you know, let's go to the movies, I mean, you know, if I were to take a lady out on a date, I would say, look, you know, I would dress up nice, maybe put on a shirt, maybe pants, put on a nice pair of shoes, do my hair.
Right.
I went into this movie theater, which, by the way, was clean, it was beautiful, you know, it was a wonderful place. People looked like they rolled the hell out of bed. And they they had blankets, pajamas, I guess, and, you know, socks on them. So it was like people in pajamas with blankets. Then they had their feet. They put their feet up on the seat, sans socks. Okay, and the people who did have socks on had only socks on, and 2 people had goofy slippers.
Okay. Well, how do you want them dressed? What is this, the Roaring 20s?
Okay.
Do you want people done up here? I mean, what's the difference? Who cares?
Okay,
Clark Gable.
Okay, listen, Merm.
Okay.
I think there's a little bit of a difference between...
You're murming at the moment.
I think there's a little bit of a difference by showing up, you know, looking like you're in the Roaring 20s, like you're in the Gatsby novel, and showing up in pajamas. I think there's, like, you know... You should put on jeans.
Well, what are you coming to do?
Put on a T-shirt.
What are you coming to do? You want to be lounge and be comfortable.
Fair enough, but okay, so then are you going to go immediately home? Why in the hell are these people wearing slippers? Why are they wearing socks? Why are they wearing no socks? Who does that? Who goes to the movies and does that? So I feel awkward because I'm the only one that's dressed. I was getting ready to pop off my top.
Yeah, what are you in there? You're in there, and you got your Argyle socks on, and you're all dressed up and ready to go to solo see Top Gun.
Well,
okay,
I just wanted to check out what the hullabaloo was.
You and the cruise?
Me and the cruise. You know, I took the caddy. We went out. We had a nice time. I heard such good things about it from John and Bill. I said, you know what? I'll check it. I'm going to check it out.
Uh-huh.
right?
Yeah.
But it just freaked me out. I mean, don't you think that there's at least some kind of etiquette when you go
Well,
somewhere?
I think there's probably
you know,
etiquette to go out in public. I do agree with that.
okay, so
All
right, goofy slippers, is that etiquette for public?
Well, it depends on the situation, but I would think if you're going out, but to a movie, I just think that people haven't been in so long that you just feel okay, and you kind of forget how to do it. That used to be the Friday night date spot, and you would go, or Saturday matinee, and you dress up and you would go. Now I don't think it's as many people are going.
But it's public, right? So let's just forget what it is. It is public. So
you're in the dark.
Well, not everyone's Alanis Morissette and David Coulier in the back of the movie theater.
No, nobody can be that.
But, I mean, you're in public, Do you go to Wegmans, Chi, in slippers?
I have seen some glumps walking around Wegmans. Yes, I have seen that. I mean, come on. There was a website, People of Walmart, just because of what a joy it is.
Well, but that's the yes.
I mean, I went into Walmart last week, and there was a guy full arse. Just as soon as I walked
full
in,
arse?
Came out of produce, made a right, and full arse, no care, just out.
Really?
Bending over the cart, pushing it. Yep. Crack show.
There was. Actually, this was in St. Augustine. You know how they have those carts for the elderly? So this guy had a pair, I'll never forget. Yellow shorts. He had a white hat, right? But I think it was straw. It was like a straw hat painted white, right?
He painted his straw hat?
It was a Florida thing.
Okay. Well, I know. Yeah. I understand.
So the guy sits down, and I had to do a quadruple take because I'm there, and I look over, and I'm like, oh, my God, that poor guy, he's got a bump on his leg. And I look around, I'm like, man, what's going on? He literally was sacking it on the cart. There was sack on the cart. That was sack. I didn't even know it.
You thought it was a leg lump?
I thought it was like 6-7 inches down. I said, this is a lot of sack. I had to and of course, at this time, now I'm staring. Mm-hmm. So I'm looking, and I'm literally looking at the sack.
You got your eyes on elder sack.
I got elder sack. I couldn't get elder sack out of my mind.
Yeah. See,
have you seen elder sack?
Listen.
Have you seen it?
Listen, I've come across elder sack a few times.
Okay.
Certain situations, and I had a friend. His dad had an elder sack problem where it was always out in obscure situations, right? So
wait.
He had a boat. He had a boat. We'd go out on the boat, and right there, just as plain as the eye can see, while he's fishing for some flounder, is elder sack, and just no care. Like, how do you not know that your sack is out?
Has anyone ever experienced this? 222-9500. Has anyone experienced elder sack? Right? Like, have you?
It's out, right?
Well.
Or is gravity takes over at a certain age, I would assume.
But how deep can they go? I mean, this guy, I have to tell you, this guy, I'm saying at least 6 inches. I mean, because it was like in the middle of his thigh. And I had never seen such a thing. And then you're telling me that you have had experience with elder sack as well. I mean, so is elder sack just something that we're supposed to know and express and be okay with?
I think if you see it, somebody said Wheeze has elder sack. Look, I think if you see it, you kind of don't acknowledge it. You try not to let it, burn in your brain. You just kind of move along and accept that it's an elder, and that kind of, that happens with the sack a little bit.
But I guess it's just, it's been said by Jimmy Schubert that Wheeze's elder sack hangs very much. So when it rains at the Red Wings games, they use the elder sack to cover the field.
Okay.
Listen, I don't know much. I don't know much about Weezer or Schmoop or anything.
Yeah,
it's just what he says.
Yeah, we met him once.
We didn't really look for elder sack.
He had shorts on.
He did have shorts on. Actually, I have a picture of us with him.
You might need to zoom in a little bit there.
Give me 1 second, actually, because I am going to pull this up. But seriously, is it...
What kind of shorts was he wearing? Did he have? Were they the Hoochie Daddies? Hoochie Daddy shorts?
I think they were Hoochie Daddies. Let me just go to all photos.
Showing a whole thigh? No. They came down below the knee. I don't remember any sack situation.
Well, I don't remember Wee's sack either, but now I got to look.
Yeah.
And again, it just alarmed me. It just brought me back to this time, these people in these pajamas.
Yeah,
and
but
my
you're in
experience
Florida,
with
man.
Elder Sack.
Listen,
and
you're
it's just
in Florida. It's so hot, right? It's
so you're allowed to droop? All right, hold on.
I
got
don't
the
think
Wee's
that you
picture.
choose the droop.
Okay. All right, I got our Wee's picture here. Okay. All right, so...
Are you zooming in on his crotch?
Let me see. Hold on. He's got the John Lennon shirt. It says Imagine from Hollywood, Florida.
All right.
All right, so let's zoom in. All right, so I'm going to zoom in here. Now, look.
Let me see.
It
Let me
looks
see
like
his
it might
crotch.
be bumping out there. You see the little bump there? It's not really hanging out. Here,
Okay.
hold on. Here, let me just...
Here,
there you
hand
go.
these over here. Let me
hand
zoom
them
in on
All
it.
right.
Sorry, give us a second,
Yeah,
guys.
we're
looking at
zooming
Weeze's
in on...
crotch.
Yeah, we're zooming in on Weeze's sack.
All right.
Do you see, though, if you look at the left-hand side, do you see the bump halfway down the short?
Now I see what's happening here.
What's happening?
The
What's
other,
happening?
the short on his one leg, it conforms, right, to his leg. Like
To
it
his
fits
leg.
nice.
Right.
The other side is pushed out away from his leg, which would be in direct content to his region there. So, So I think...
So how many inches of sack is that?
Oh, boy. Oh, man.
I mean, because those shorts are below the knee.
We are nothing compared to him. I can promise you that, my friend.
That. Well, that's what
Combined.
I'm saying. I mean, that's what I'm saying. We're just,
Right.
I mean, whether it's third leg, whether it's, I got to tell you, that's probably only about 3 inches from coming out of the bottom of those pants, though.
We're ready to play peekaboo.
You know,
Yeah.
Somebody says I had a buddy's dad that would sit on the pool edge with short shorts, and he would sack dangle in the water.
Oh, how?
How is this?
Because I just think when you get older that that gravity takes over, right? And there it is. So it's kind of what happened there.
Let me ask. Somebody said if somebody with elder sack gives you a kiss, right? But as they walk away, the elder sack hits your leg. What are you doing? How do you react? You get an elder sack smack.
You can't react. There's nothing you could do. You got to, what can you do in this situation? There's nothing you could do.
Could you've
been
rubber
sacked.
band?
You've been sacked.
You've been sacked.
And there's nothing you could do.
That's it. You've been sacked. Could you rubber band it?
No, that'll hurt too much. That'll hurt too much. It's like that's a constant blue ball situation.
But my question: so how does it come out though? If you have the BVDs, if you have the
well, we didn't ask him what kind of underwear he had on. So he could have been, if he's...
but this isn't just about Wheeze. This is about the elder sack.
Boxer
briefs.
Boxer briefs that weren't tight enough, possibly. Somebody said when I was a young teenager, we were on a water ride in Darien Lake where you rode with other people. Across from us was an older dude with flimsy shorts on, and it was all hanging out. See? High school job, bussing tables at a fancy lakeside restaurant. Local doctor in short shorts sitting at the table, sack almost on the floor. He laughs about it to this day. Yeah.
Sack almost on the floor. See, you know what? You're exaggerating. I don't mean to be rude, 8121, but are you telling me that sack on the floor, if that's true, then you're talking 20 to 24 inches of sack?
I know. Rob said, are you two examining Weeze's package? No, we're not examining his package. That's not how it's happening.
No. We're
looking at a picture.
We're looking at a picture that we took of them because I was talking about how I was exposed to elder sack in Florida, and it alarmed me, and I was curious.
And somebody brought it up to us.
Right. Now, by the makers of Elder Scrolls, okay, let's see. Gravitational journey to the knee. It's inevitable. When you see it hanging, walk up and give a flick.
No flick.
You can't do that.
No.
You can't be disrespectful like that.
We know that area. Any little tap hurts.
That's right.
I
mean, let's see. Is an elder sack wise with knowledge? Maybe we should accept it more.
Okay.
So, is it one of those things where, you look at a man and he's got gray hair, it shows that he's sophisticated? If you look down and you see elder sack,
yeah,
is that something?
Maybe that's a sign of sophistication, right? Maybe you should let it be more, right? You're in Wegmans, you're hanging out, you're walking around, you're doing a little shopping. Maybe you're back in the craft beer section. And
looking for Dunkin' Donuts beer?
Right, and you see it, and you see an elder sack, you hold up a beer to that man, and you go, cheers to you, my friend. You know?
Well, I'll tell you what, real quick. The guy said 4 to 5 inches from the floor. I'm not lying. The guy who said that the sack was almost on the floor. Then we have a guy, Granola Guy. He says, I wear briefs occasionally. Sometimes I drop a sack out of leg on a short pair on a hot day. So,
Look.
So was this an intentional drop, 71.58? Is this an intentional drop?
Well, you got to entertain at the party a little bit. You know what I mean? When the party's lame, out comes the sack.
Out comes the sack.
That's how it goes.
But, okay, so how old do you have to be for you to whip your sack out and it not to be, elder sack?
Right.
For how old do you have to be for you to whip out a sack and people go,
60 plus.
That's just
60 plus.
60 plus.
60 plus.
But 60's young now. 60's the new 50.
I know, but if you tell somebody I'm in my 60s, they'll go, okay.
Elder
and then you'll
sack?
be able to say, yeah, they said Weeze is a true elder saxman.
Weeze is an elder saxman.
Yeah.
If you see an elder sack, it is customary to show sack back.
Oh, okay.
Well,
All
see,
right.
now that I don't know about. Radio 95.1, hello.
Hey guys, happy Monday. It's the Dainty Eater.
Hey,
Hi,
hey,
Dainty.
oopsie poops. How
Yeah.
you doing?
Hey, doing great. Remember on one of the Jackass, I think, movies? Remember Greg Bad Grandpa, Johnny Knoxville?
Yeah.
He did a prank with the elder sack. It was hilarious. You got to go on YouTube, check it out. I was dying laughing.
Oh, I now let me ask you, since we will check that out. How old does one have to be before it's acceptable to just whip out sack, like when it's elder sack? What do you think? 50, 60? How old?
Oh, I'll say 60.
60.
Yeah.
All right.
You know what?
Thanks for your contribution.
Thanks for your contribution,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
We love you. You
Yeah.
know, we appreciate it. Somebody says, oh, no, 65 plus. Somebody says they don't, just show sack, but they jostle out of the pouch.
I can understand that.
Now Weeze has a naked picture of himself on stage in his studio. If that's true, we have a commercial break coming up. We have to take a break. We're running late. I'm going to go look at it.
Okay.
I'm going to find it. I'm not going to.
Do you think it's been removed in there? 'Cause
Somebody
we're in the
says
elder studio. Right.
we're not in Weeze's studio. We're in the studio we have Rizzo and Jeff have their own studio. So we're going to go into the Weeze studio. We're going to look for said sack. And we will report back sack. Okay? And again, while we do that, 222-9500, what is the appropriate age where you can pull out and you can pull off elder sack? Because I just somebody texts in 50 and up. I think 50 is too young for
50's too young for elder
That puts
sack.
you 9
So
years
I'm 9
away
year-
from elder sack.
I am not 9 years away from elder sack.
That's what somebody says.
Not that anything is wrong with that, okay? There's nothing wrong with elder sack. I'm just not there yet.
You don't feel it.
I don't feel it.
Maybe
no.
9 years you feel it.
Somebody said Doreen took it down. Maybe the picture's down. Maybe the sack
Look,
picture's down.
I don't know the answer to this, but all we have to do is walk out of this door. We have a few minutes, go to the left. We're going in. We're looking for nude Weeze.
All right.
Okay? And until then, how old is too old or too young for elder sack?
Yeah, that picture could be in there. We're going to go investigate, like
We're looking-
Inspector Gadget.
we're looking
for...
For elder sack.
Yeah, maybe like a little Matlock,
Yeah.
and we'll be right back.
Yeah.
All right?